Play that track for me, Saucy.
Where's the Queensland spirit now?
Oh, Merry fucking Christmas to all you shareholders. I'm Sauce.
I'm Berkey.
And this is the OFD podcast Christmas edition. Let's fucking rip in, baby.
Mate, this is fantastic, Saucy. You're looking good, big fella.
You're struggling there with that
I've
headset,
lost
mate.
my headset. It's going.
Not wearing one?
Ho fucking ho,
You got
Saucy.
enough on your
Come
head.
here.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Oh, 'tis the season. Is that a Mick Cafe?
Oh, it's a, what has it got? A bit of Bailey's for Angelico? Nah, it's a straight coffee, mate. Who
Mate,
am I
that's
kidding?
good.
It's a Tuesday. You settle in for me and you have a couple for me.
I'm so settled in.
If you're not watching in, shareholders, we're dressed head to toe as the one and only Santa Claus.
As Santa Claus, because it's that season, shareholders, and I tell you what, Saucy looks the part, doesn't it?
As do you, mate.
I wish they could see you.
We've outdone ourselves here.
We have.
We got a
and
few boys that can see us.
We do. We've got
Couple
a live
shareholders.
audience. Spanky and Beaver.
Two great friends of the pod.
Massive.
Shareholders.
Massive.
They own hats. One of them does, the other doesn't.
Get a hat, shareholders.
You've still got time before Chrissy. We've actually only got, I think, about 5 of each left.
I've got to quickly say, Saucy, this episode, I haven't told you this, is brought to you by Green Star.
Is it?
Yeah. Did a bit of work for him the last couple of days. Stinking hot.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, look, buddy, you've been so good to me that I'm going to tell you that this episode's brought to you by Green Star. So, look, I've done some grass cutting in my time, and I haven't seen grass cut like this in the last 2 days like I did with Green Star.
Yeah, right.
And to be fair, I was behind the mower, so that's all credit to me. But, mate, Lockie Simons, he's an absolute workhorse. Does some fantastic yards too.
Yeah.
Like really good backyards. What I would describe him as, the next Jamie Dura.
Jura or jury?
Jury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you want to... Am I talking loud?
No, you're talking fine, bro.
Yeah, I'm concerned that I'm screaming.
Well, you don't have the headset on, so I'll keep you in check.
I know.
You sound good, bub.
Mate, sound good. It was hot out there. You know why I did it, Saucy? Because I've given a lot of lip to tradies out there this year. And I said it's only fair to get my hands dirty.
What hours you woke?
7 till 3.
Oh, huge.
I won't be working tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got a bit on.
Unlike you.
I'm doing work for Dad.
Yeah.
But I love what Green Star are about. So if you want his number, go call me. I'll give it to you. Hope that's okay, Simo.
I mean, we can just put it out there.
Yeah, we could put it out.
Do you want to tell me about your weekend? What did you get up to?
What do we get up to on the weekend? Kept it relatively quiet on Friday.
Yeah.
But played golf on Saturday. Actually,
right.
played golf with one of our live audience members at St. Lucia.
How'd you go?
Geez, I absolutely spanked him.
Yeah.
I think I won by 20 shots.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was an arse whooping. On the 4th hole after the par 3, I drove it on.
You what?
I drove it onto the green.
How on a par 3?
Par 4. Used my killer whale
Yeah.
and spanked
What,
the
your old
living
fella?
Birdied the shit out of it.
That's impressive, mate. What, on just the one hole?
Just the one hole. I shot 43 for the front 9, Saucy, which by record standards is pretty close.
Do you know, speaking of golf, who was here not this weekend, past last weekend?
Wouldn't be Min Woo Lee, would it?
Go again. Our Albany Creek boy, we've been singing his praises all year.
Wouldn't be the greatest 9 we've ever seen, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith was here. We got a photo of him on the Caxton socials and it's blown up. It's gone viral.
Did it get on the OFD socials? Is he a shareholder or you forgot about him?
I just put a Caxton hat in his head and thought,
yeah, well, that's
know.
fair. Fuck, I'm getting like a bit of a rapper vibe seeing us two sitting on the couch.
Cam Smith, though.
We should have a cigar in our mouth.
We could, but it's indoors, mate. You can't smoke. You're not a smoker anyway. We back to Smithy though. He was
That might
sitting
have
there.
been the funniest thing you've said all year.
I didn't really say anything. He was in the TAB punting.
Did he have a pun?
Like a champion? Couldn't give two shits about what was going on around him. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry and fucking Sally Wu Min, they were taking photos with him, and he was more than happy to do it. Had one eye on the races, and this is like 9-10 o'clock at night.
He's a good bloke.
But what's he punting on?
Dish lickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Shartin.
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
okay.
Just dedicated. Dedicated to his work.
He's doing better than most if he's having a win at Shartin.
He was there for a while too.
It's been a graveyard of late.
I think he drinks Bundy
Does
rum.
he?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Could we get him on?
Fuck no.
Really?
Oh, what, mate? You serious?
For the shareholders.
I wish we could.
Yeah,
I mean, we've done pretty well with
We
our...
have done. Can we
our guests.
just say, and I want to give a huge shout out to the bloke to the right of me. Props to Saucy and what he's done. Like, when we've got guest shareholders, and I know you're all thinking, holy shit, OFD is just fucking to the moon at the moment with the amount of guests we've got in a short period of time. All credit to the big fella. It's like a Christmas miracle that he provides these guests, because let me tell you, I do absolutely nothing. That could be put on a billboard. So I just want to thank the big fella.
I do absolutely nothing.
Well, I put my heart
co-host.
and soul into it, as you can tell right now. But Saucy, like shareholders, these guests.
Thanks, mate.
It's been outstanding. And what I want to say is in 2024...
We're going bigger.
It's only getting bigger, which is crazy to think, because this is only Ep 29.
And we ain't fucking leaving, baby.
And I feel like we were Dave Warner on the weekend scoring 160 and telling Mitchell Johnson to shut the fuck up.
You know what I reckon? This is how Davey Warner's feeling, and this is how we're feeling going into next year.
Play it.
Oh, you ready? Let's do it.
I can't see anything. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that is OFD rolling into 2024. That energy is contagious. You should see the live audience bouncing their head right now, Cher.
I feel like we're at a concert or something.
Come on.
Yeah.
So big things are happening in 2024, shareholders. What a roller coaster it's been, Saucy.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you look back, we kind of want to make this pod about the year that was and moving forward. And we got to say, we set goals and we kind of thought, fuck, we'll see how we go. Just give it a whirl. And when you think about it, it's been a fucking hell of a ride. It's been a roller coaster. Alfie, Charlotte Caslick,
Gerald, Pearl,
Harry Wilson, Chris Walker.
And then
Who else did we
big
have?
swinging Dick Lutzy.
Oh, Lutzy. How the fuck did I forget Lutzy? Guess out of he or Alfie, who was the biggest show?
Yeah.
Guess.
Oh, you want me to guess?
Because you don't know.
No, I don't know. And I don't know. Do we reveal or do we keep the shareholders guessing?
We keep them guessing, I guess.
Yeah, cool.
Should we give them a gift?
We could give him a gift. What have we got?
We know what the gift is for
we don't have a
shareholders.
sack.
Is we've got an event at the Caxton, right?
Oh.
Coming up. It's Caxmas. It's this Friday.
Okay.
Which is the 22nd of December. Can I get that right?
That's news to me, Saucy.
You come up to me
Okay.
and say I'm a shareholder,
All right.
and I'll shout you a 4X gold.
Bullshit, you will.
Yeah, I'll shout you a scooter.
Oh,
You've heard that here first.
shareholders. And this prick wouldn't shout shit, too.
Yeah. Well, you know what I do. People do come up and they say, I'm a shareholder, love the pod, and I'll either shout them a bevy or I'll give them like a real cheap.
No, you do.
Whatever. And shout out to the fella, forgot his name, come in and said, big fan of the pod, bought a bucket hat just over the bar.
Did he?
An OFD one, yeah.
What was his name?
I can't remember for the life of me. His name was the nicest fella though. And I asked him for his name twice.
They're always the nicest bloke whose name you don't remember, too.
I actually, he'll know who he is if he's
Was
listening.
it Joe?
I can't remember, man. He was
Was it
just
Joe?
a good fella. Yo, mama. Yeah.
I thought I had him there, shareholders. So, look, I've got a couple things that I want to touch on, Saucy.
Yeah, you
All
shoot,
right?
mate. You rip.
And there are a couple of things that are a bit late to the party.
Yeah.
But we've had some big time guests on and we just haven't had the time. First port of call is James Fisher-Harris winning the Golden Boot. Now, I want to finish the year on a high.
You go.
But that's a fucking disgrace.
What's the criteria for that?
What is the criteria for that?
I mean, yeah, you're a good player. Yeah, you're a hard motherfucker.
But that doesn't win Golden Boot.
That's what I mean. What wins a Golden Boot? He did win a premiership.
Oh.
He's won 3 in a row.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't want to run into the fella in a dark alley, let alone on a football field.
He can win toughest bloke of the year. You know, we can give him like a. Why doesn't he win? What are those tradie boots?
Yeah,
Why
some
doesn't
like
he win
work,
steel
some
cap
hard
of the year?
yucca. How about some tradie undies or something?
Yeah. We'll give you a package of tradie undies and we'll give you steel cap boots.
XL, big fella.
And you can win fucking big dick, hard, strongest, whatever you want to win.
He should win the VB Index Player of the Year. You know that?
Golden Boot, Saucy, is a disgrace.
Who would you put in that category? Like Cleary?
Well, what?
Surely. Cleary's
Ezra, in there. Payne
Reece,
Haas.
Payne.
Payne was outstanding. I must be known, shareholders. I was at the Bronx Leagues Club on Friday and I saw Payne doing extras.
I saw that video,
Yeah, that was special to see.
Which, I mean, that tells me of a hombre that he's hurting.
That's a man that says, I don't care what time of the year it is. He had his missus, his daughter, I think his 2 brothers and his daughter.
And that's a man I want at my club.
There was a storm on Friday night too.
A big storm.
If you lived in the Olympic City.
It was hot.
And he was running through it.
It wasn't only hot, but it was humid and it was dry. And you've got that man Payne Haas, Payne in your ass, running fucking, what are they called? Broncos. He's literally doing Broncos on the Broncos field.
They were called
they're called Broncos, aren't they?
Not called Broncos.
Look it up. Where you run 20, 40, 60, they're Broncos.
They called Broncos.
A 1.2.
I'd love to see you do a Bronco.
Yeah, I'd do it in 5 minutes. 10? 5:10? I reckon I could beat you. We need to do this. We need to either run a race
shareholders,
or do
if Sauce beats me
Dude, let's go down to the leagues
I'll
club.
run butt naked around Red Hill.
Shake on it. It's a 1.2 race. I'll
smoke Fat Santa.
Oh, here I am with my fucking 2 chocolate bars. I mean, I've got nothing to say.
Shareholders, that boy just ate a picnic and a boost, and you would have thought it was extra large the way how quickly he
What's
ate
your
the
favourite Cadbury favourites?
I'm a 12 man or flake.
Oh, you're
sorry.
kidding me.
I'm a flake.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Doesn't speak who I am as a person.
You are a flake.
No, I'm not.
You are a flake.
I'm hard.
Are you actually kidding me?
Yeah, I love a flake.
That's the worst one.
Are you kidding me?
I'd rather eat a fucking Bounty or like a
Oh, shut up.
or something.
All
something
right,
just
scenario. Santa comes and you have a Christmas stocking. What are you putting in your Christmas stocking?
not a flake.
Not a flake?
Dude, you're actually
Did you ever
off
have
your
a
head.
McDonald's $1 ice cream?
Yeah, and I would get the 50-cent ice cream so I didn't have to eat the dry chocolate flake.
What?
You're mental. I'd get an Oreo McFlurry.
If we had a live audience, what would you guys say to flake? Yes.
What,
yes
you like,
to flake,
what in your Cadbury favourites
Yes.
box,
This
you
is
reckon
what
that's
I'm
top tier?
saying.
It's
Yeah.
not top tier. No, thank you.
Yeah,
12?
thank you.
12?
And let me
You guys,
say,
you're kidding me.
shareholders,
I'd have to say the Cadbury just plain or Caramilk, they're pretty top tier, or I'd go a Boost.
Mate,
Boosts are fucking pretty good.
you're so
Or
lucky
Snickers.
I'm not walking off the set right now. with
You're
that
lucky
sort
I'm
of
not
chat.
I'm not fucking wrapping it up and turning off the fucking camera. You don't even know how to turn
What
it
are
on.
you also like a Turkish delight with
Nah,
your...
they're disgusting.
your-
We can
your
agree.
English
Let's agree
breakfast
to
tea?
disagree that they're the worst.
Yo,
They're getting picked last.
you're crazy. What's
You're
in
crazy.
that coffee?
A twirl? Dude,
Man.
twirls and
Okay,
flakes.
so it's Christmas, so let's get festive. What are you putting in your stocking? And be
Like
reasonable here.
for Santa,
Yeah, like...
maybe like a picnic. I think he'd like a picnic.
what else? Some Smith's chips? What flavour are we going with Smith's chips?
I'd
Plain?
go Red Rock Deli, honey. No, I'd go the sweet chili one.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
and-
then what
and
else?
the
Have you ever had
spicy
a
sweet
stocking
chili
before?
thing.
You know what goes in stockings.
Yeah.
Do you get a little A little Tonka truck, or are you getting a Hot Wheels, or?
I like Hot Wheels. I used to really like Hot
throw a
Wheels.
Hot Wheels in there.
Yeah. What are you throwing in?
I'm throwing a Hot Wheels in there. I might throw a little bit of Lego.
Yeah, I love Lego.
I'll throw a dice just because it's fun.
Dice?
Well, we can gamble.
You ever
with the
played
Lego.
Bananagrams?
What?
Bananagrams?
No, I haven't.
It's a good game.
Is
Get that.
it?
It's a good
Is
present
it
to give.
small? Does it fit in a stocking?
It basically fits in like a little banana sack,
Yeah.
like a little hammock banana, and it's like Scrabble, but you don't have the
Oh,
board.
yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, real good, fun, easy game. Easy, fun, living game. Family
What
fun.
do you got on the wish list from Santa Saucy? Talk to me for that.
What have I got? I need a new vacuum. If you're listening, Mum.
Okay. Dyson.
Yeah. Dyson's the only way to go.
It has to be the way to go.
Yeah.
Probably actually a fantastic Christmas present for a number of different reasons.
Well, to clean your home,
Clean your homes right up there.
to clean your car,
It's also not cheap,
it's not cheap.
so
and
it's a great gift.
and it's something that you want to be gifted because you don't want to be going out spending, say, what, 700 plus on it. That's what they go for. I looked them up.
Yeah, they
Like
you're
a good
exactly right. And Harvey Norman, if you're listening, we wouldn't mind a discount for Saucies, whoever.
Good
is-
guys, if you
Oh,
are out
good
there either.
guys. And it's a necessity.
It really is a household appliance that you must have.
I think once we get to the old age that Saucy and I are shareholders, it turns to a point in life where life isn't about what you want, it's what you need.
Correct. You said it. You said that very well.
Was that elegant?
Eloquent, yeah.
We call
Unfortunately,
that.
you nearly got there with eloquent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I thought elegant was probably more appropriate. But,
It was elegant, mate.
L-O-L-O-L-O-K. Why don't we say that?
Oh, man.
But that's what I'm saying, shareholders. It's what you need, not what you want.
Yeah, you're right. So let's circle back to the fish, James Fisher Harris.
Yeah.
I just thought, I don't think that anyone else. Now that I think of it, sorry, I've just rambled on. I'm listening to these pool balls in the background.
Yeah.
New Zealand won against Australia.
The Pacific Championships,
So do you take that into account?
which as far as I'm concerned, wasn't,
It wasn't the World Cup.
It wasn't the
but-
World Cup.
Which I will remind everyone listening that
No.
we did win that.
It reminds me of, a Barbarians tournament.
Yeah,
That's a bit
You don't want to lose them though. You don't want
don't
to
wanna
lose.
lose
You don't want to lose a trophy that's up.
You
for
don't want to
grabs.
lose them. I saw the Lakers hang their banner for the in-season tournament, which is hilarious.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah, hung a banner. Good on them, the Lake Show. The King. I love the King.
Who's the king? LeBron.
LeBron.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
LeBron
R.I.P.
James.
See him put that 3 over Wemby.
Did he? Yeah,
Yeah, it was he and Wembanyama, and he laced this huge. Just looked at him in the eyes and gone, "Hey, bro, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still playing. I'm still the king."
Hey, Rook.
Yeah, look at
Bow
this.
down to me because I'm your majesty.
Just the dirtiest, loopiest, like
Was it that step back?
LeBron. No, not kinda, but just looked at him and just like rainbowed it over him.
Oh,
Like not, how LeBron's kind of like flat
Yeah,
and shoots.
yeah.
It was just like so graceful and just in the air and just down, like crazy shot,
straight in.
and then just trots off and does his little
Does that little strut.
Yeah. Like he's like
Well, I'd love to. Imagine if we could come up with a strut for the shareholders.
Oh, I got plenty.
I know you do. But yeah, that's been fantastic. James Fisher Harris, you are so lucky to be wearing the golden boot. Lucky I don't put a golden boot up your ass after what happened to the Broncos.
Do you know? Yeah, let's just not go there. You know what would be amazing is if you were the Golden Boot winner that you were given a pair of golden boots to wear for the next season.
And
Wouldn't
you
that
had
be something?
Well, that's actually interesting you say because they do that in the Big Bash. You know that? So it's like the yellow jersey. It's the concept taking by the Tour de France with the yellow jersey who's the leader of the tour.
I don't know this. Go on.
Yeah, so in the Big Bash, the leading run scorer, well, they wouldn't wear a gold helmet. But for instance, if you're the leading bowler, you wear a yellow cap.
Really?
Yeah. For the tournament, and it changes. So say someone takes a 5 for the next game, well then that person's got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't know
great
that.
concept.
That is a good concept, yeah.
Fantastic. Way to go, Big Bash.
Yeah.
Big Bash copped a lot of hate. I think it's great. It's something that's on.
Yeah.
You know.
It's something that is on, you're right.
You know.
It's something that's very on and live.
It's very on, and you can throw it on. If you don't want to watch it, great. If you do want to watch it, it's available. The Brizzy Heat, we'd love you to win.
Yeah.
They're looking all right. Colin Munro, I tell you what, you are turning into my favourite Brisbane Heat player the way you're batting.
Is our problem the bowlers, you think?
It has been, yeah.
I mean, plenty of good batsmen.
Plenty of good batters. Bowlers are there. I think it's just concentration.
Yeah.
With the Heat, they always just seem... We were fantastic back in the day last year. We've got this great way of making life really hard for ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
It's the Brisbane way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We're battlers.
In 2023.
We're battlers.
We're battlers. Like right now... Shout out to far north Queensland and the people of Cairns.
Yeah.
That are just going through it.
And shout out to the rest of Brisbane that's just like, I mean, I think Queensland, that's just, it's hot as all fuck out here. We've got the battlers up north that are just in an absolute cyclone.
Mate, they're in a cyclone.
It's flooding.
Hey, Jasper, fucking trod yourself elsewhere, you wanker.
Go down to Sydney.
Yeah. Go to Brad Fittler's house and pour rain on that idiot. Actually, don't do it to Freddie.
Nah, we like Freddie.
Year.
We like
Freddie.
Freddie
Resigned this year.
Yeah.
So Freddie's had a rough year. Jasper's fucking up Cairns and we don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know too many good Jaspers.
Jasper the Ghost? No, Casper. That was Casper the Ghost.
Casper.
Didn't know her personally.
I know a couple of good Jaspers, but this Jasper right now up in far north Queensland.
Give him a break.
Let those banana farmers go.
Let those bananas fucking grow.
And the people at Cairns. We got a shitload of shareholders up there, Saucy.
Do we? Yeah.
Oh, mate, I've been sending their prayers too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of them and they're thinking of us. So I said I'd give them a shout out.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of... give us your take on Jerome Luau going to the West Tigers. I want to hear it and the shareholders want to hear it. What do you think about that?
My personal opinion of all of this, I've got a two-part answer for you, Saucy. Part one is, if you're Jerome Luai, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Because that's the greatest Christmas present you can get in the world.
I mean, what did he sign? 6 mil?
6 years, 5 mil.
6 years, 5 mil. Okay.
No, 6 mil, 5 years.
6 mil, 5 years.
6 mil, 5 years. Now, if you're the West Tigers...
1.2 a year.
Really? Now, look, you know that I've said on this show multiple times that I want to see the West Tigers do well.
I'm happy that they're not. I just think they're a terribly run club, and I apologise if you support them. I don't feel anything for them.
Can I say, speaking of that, I've just got to clap because there was nothing happier in my week last week than seeing the whole administration and board
get sacked.
Predominantly the board and then the CEO, should I say, get sacked.
Who sacked him? Those
imbeciles, they did a review.
Yeah.
And the review came back and said a lot of you have got to go.
But who?
Well, the stakeholders. I think they've got 3 stakeholders. So the Magpies.
Yeah, right.
Balmain and some, don't quote me.
Good.
And they've told them to get on a boat and don't come back. Now, the fact that it took them this long is an absolute disgrace to all Tigers fans.
Enter the great game of rugby league.
Enter the great game of the rugby league. But to see that wanker, if
Pasco.
I can say that, what's his name?
Is it Pasco or
well, both of them. Pasco and then old mate.
Pantalis.
He's got the fancy. Where's the
It's
hat?
Pantalis or something.
No, it's Hadjipatelis.
Hadjiba.
Okay. Now, this quote, I'm going to tell you, shareholders, this is fantastic. And this comes from the great Benny Elias.
Yeah.
Okay? It's the best news I've heard out of the West Tigers in a long, long time. Thank God. Betty Elias, stand up and cheer.
Yeah.
Because it is the greatest news, and it's the greatest news for rugby league because the NRL needs all 18 teams firing. Or 19.
We do.
What are we at now?
18. We're at 18.
Are we?
Yep. We're at 18.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. So we're on fire here, shareholders. It is fantastic. West Tigers are one of the foundation clubs, been around for a long
Nah, they're not.
They're not.
They're not. The Balmain Tigers, I think, were.
Well, that's what I'm.
Yeah, they formed in. It's West. Balmain and
West.
the Magpies.
Yes.
South Magpies or whatever. West Magpies.
Which is outstanding too.
I'm thinking of bloody South in Brisbane. Yeah.
I've just seen. Is Herbie Farnworth not the sexiest player in the NRL?
He's a good-looking cat.
Is he the sexiest player in the NRL?
As I said, he's a good-looking cat. He'd be right up there. Reece would be up there.
Reece would. I think. I'll be honest with you. You put Reece and Herbie in front of me. I'm probably going to go to Herbie and give him.
Are you?
I'm probably going to go backdoor with Herbs.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mate, it's a free world.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's Herbie Farr. I've just seen
He's a good-looking cat.
Look at that photo.
Look at those guns. He's been doing biceps.
And I'm pretty sure he's taken for all the ladies out there. So
and the blokes.
Hands off.
And you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not interested. That was a metaphor, shareholders, if you're listening.
Yeah, right.
Metaphor or hypothetical?
You know who can metaphorically get fucked as well? Who can actually get on a boat and not come back?
Tell me.
And whose passport should be just shredded up.
Should be.
And who is the knob of the year?
Ooh.
Your guy.
It isn't.
It's your guy, Eddie Jones.
It is Eddie Jones.
He needs to go and just never come back.
He has to go.
Yeah. We kind of called it. I mean, we've been commentating on it the entire time. And I've got to say, I love the passion from Drew Mitchell.
You've been a massive Drew Mitchell fan.
I reckon he's a champion. I think that he is what rugby needs.
We'd
not
love
Eddie
him
Jones.
on the couch, wouldn't we?
He'd be so good. Sonny Bill just called it. He said it is an absolute disgrace. Like this man has been able to do this, and he's conned a nation, not only in a group of players, but he's fucked up a couple careers. He's ruined a couple careers by not giving them starts, and also by giving them starts in the game, which probably gave Carter Gordon. Probably not. He hooked him. What does that do for the kid's confidence?
Nothing.
Going forward though, he conned an entire rugby board, which I just don't believe. I don't understand how that happens. Like grown men who were on Rugby Australia board, McLennan fucking can go and get one.
McLennan.
I've got one about him in a sec. I'll come back to it. Something that's absolutely
take the floor,
hilarious. But just going on Eddie, literally go and get fucked.
Yeah.
Like what he's done and how he's gotten away with it just baffles me.
Let me tell you, Eddie, you're on Santa's bad lists.
You're not even on his list.
No, you're not. You're not. And you're not on OFD's list.
Hey, Eddie.
For Legend of the Year, but you're sure as hell at the top for Knob of the Year.
He's right up there.
Right. Well, he's a tearaway.
Yeah.
If there was a yellow jersey for Knob of the Year,
he'd be wearing it weekly.
He was wearing it the whole year. He was wearing it the whole
consistently. There was no one else that really came close.
Not even close. Jerome Luai, there was a couple of sprinkles here and there. But Eddie Jones, congratulations. You didn't take the yellow jersey off for OFD's Knob of the Year at all. And he's now taken it to Japan. And I can tell you, the Japanese footy players out there, there's a few that have ruffled the fellas and are not happy. I've got inside word.
You know what I...
Take that as you will, Saucy.
I'm going to Japan on the 29th. So you watch out, Eddie. You watch out. If you're there yet, you better be there. Watch your back, bruh.
Oi, Eddie, if you get on the slopes with Saucy, I want you to drop a soft shoulder, Saucy.
I would come straight for him.
Wouldn't you? Just
if I saw him going down the mountain, he'd be skiing for starters. He wouldn't be a snowboarder.
okay.
He'd be skiing and he'd probably be going, real slow down a groomer, just, enjoying himself, thinking about how well he's fucked everyone in Australia.
Scenario.
And just absolutely taking everyone for a ride. And now he's in Japan. I'm sure he'd be thinking, how can I fuck Japan over now? And I'd beeline. I would beeline down that mountain and just fly into him with every ounce of my fucking frame.
Would
and
you go
clean
low
him
or
up.
go high?
Oh, I'd go everything.
Yeah.
I'd hope that I did his ace. If I did an ACL to take him out, I'd cop it for the world.
Yeah.
I'd cop it for the rugby, the rugby fans of
Shareholders
Australia.
would be ecstatic for you. Imagine that. They say you can't run without legs, but I'd just say take his head off.
You can't score without a jaw.
Oh!
You not heard that one?
No, I haven't, but it's a good time of the year for you to
I used to yell that out at North. When we never won. So
I was going to say,
that's what we do.
Are you sure they weren't yelling it at you?
Yeah, well, we did. They didn't have
you
any.
were trying to take their jaw out because you guys couldn't score tries, so you needed to take them out so they couldn't score tries.
Yeah.
So then it would come down to like a 0-0 draw or a penalty.
Well, we were terrible, mate. Anyway, onto this Hamish McLennan thing. This is based on the upcoming World Cup, the Rugby World Cup.
I got to say, we look good, shareholders.
We look real
this.
good, mate. We look real good.
You look good with that chest hair too.
Do you? You reckon? Thanks, bro.
You're giving me like
keeping the belly covered.
Sexy little what's his name?
Like Bad Santa off the movie.
Yeah, sexy little Bad Santa.
Thanks, bro.
I like
You
it.
Terminator. First Herbie, now me.
I'd go Herbie over Saucy.
He's a dark horse. So Hamish McLennan, right? This is just a quick one from what I've heard on the grapevine.
Yeah.
Apparently all the other rugby boards in the world didn't even bid or didn't want to bid for the upcoming World Cup in 2027 that Australia won because they said, we'll just give it to Australia because it'll save the country. It'll save the game in the country.
You serious?
Seriously, that's what I've heard. They said Australia's going that bad, it'll help rugby in Australia and the world game.
That will do, man.
This is other rugby boards and heads of the board saying this is just a bit of chit chat.
That's huge news, shareholders, if correct.
Yeah.
Because that is wild to think.
Makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
I mean, we only had one 25 years ago.
Makes more sense than Australia winning 5-0 this summer of cricket.
Oh, that's an open.
That's what, and that's what.
That's an absolute open.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what makes so much sense about this rugby thing. Will it save rugby? I hope so.
Well,
I hope so.
The world needs rugby in Australia to be going well.
It needs running rugby.
We need running rugby, and that's who we are. It's in our blood.
That's like, and we've said this for a while, shareholders, and Saucy and I, we're probably too established rugby heads to tell you what running rugby looks like.
But we can show you.
Well, we can show you. We have shown you. There's clips of it out there in the archives. But that is an interesting comment. And look, I hope it does. I really do. I really hope that when the British and Irish Lions come out, rugby is back and doing what it deserves. I saw that there's the guy with the funny last name, Nongawana or whatever you want.
Oh, Zayden Nungo?
No, the outside back's coming to the Chooks in 2025.
Oh, Mark you would not even be able to attempt it. You go for it first. Marky Mark.
Marky Mark's what
Nwanga
I'm trying to
Nitawasi.
see if I can find his name.
Nwanga Nitawasi.
Yeah.
Go for it. Just say it.
Munga Niawasi. That's another thing.
What's hilarious, shareholders, is this entire year of... you already know what I'm going to say. This entire year of doing this podcast, just sitting here and calling him out for his pronunciation of stuff. Enunciation. I live for it.
In 2024, shareholders, I'm not going to miss a beat when it comes to pronouncing words, okay?
And you know what? I hope you don't.
No.
I also couldn't give a fuck how you say things.
Well, and that's another thing that I wanted, now that you've brought that up, talking of, guys with funny last names, and I hate that we're going back in time, shareholders, but we just need to preface that we've had some big time guests.
Yeah.
which hasn't allowed Saucy and I just to
get into our work of what
Exactly.
you want to hear in your ear, but we gotta have the guests come first.
exactly right. And these guests, these are guests that no one else could get.
Nah.
This is, exclusive as it comes.
I mean, who gets Alf?
No. No, honestly, shareholders, tell me who gets Alf.
Who gets Alf? OFD get Alf.
No, OFD gets Alf. And in 2024, we're going to get more people like Alf.
We're going to maybe get Alf 2.0.
We actually might just give you Alf once a year.
Just one,
Because
yeah.
we're the only potty that gets Alf. The only potty.
And I'll assure you the only potty that gets him twice.
So spread the word, shareholders. If you want someone exclusive like Alf, tell them to join up on OFD.
Who do you want us to have on the pod?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know. I mean,
Send it to us.
we'll just rattle it off again. Alf.
Charlotte Caslick. No, not just Charlotte Caslick.
The greatest Australian women's sevens player of all time.
Got her.
Jaral Yaoyi played for Australia before he played for Queensland.
Got him. And then Pearl.
We got
Steve
Pearl.
Renouf,
I mean,
the greatest centre for the Bronx.
scored 150 tries in 170 games?
Got him.
Scored 4 tries in like one game about 6 times.
And then what? Chris Walker decided he wanted to show up.
Walker's on. Had
Walker's
Walker on.
on.
Had Harry Wilson. I mean,
let's just talk about Chris Walker, potentially greatest 14. Yeah, got him. Oh, yeah, with his Ariana vodka, which everyone loves. Got him.
Harry Wilson played for the Wallabies. Maybe future GOAT. Maybe future captain. We don't know.
Don't know, but we got him. Oh, and what about Lutzy? Potentially the best radio guy in Brisbane. Queensland. Got him. Who else do you want, shareholders?
Who do you want on, bruh?
That is who we get on this potty. Feel that, dog?
That felt good.
So, shareholders, keep listening. Spread the love. We want more shareholders. And when you see a shareholder in the silly season, because we're going into holidays, you've probably got the next 2 weeks off. If you spot a shareholder, say hello.
Say g'day.
And say, fuck me, you're a good-looking bloke or woman.
You know what I want you to say?
And I love you.
You know what I want you to
Tell
say?
them you love them.
Ask the question, are you getting into your work?
Are you getting into your work?
I think that's taken off a bit. That's a bit of a Birdo catchphrase.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Reviewing the year, Birdo's, are you getting into your work? I got into my work on the weekend.
You sure did.
I'm going to get into my work on the weekend.
I saw you getting into your work on Sunday, actually.
Yeah, I did, bro.
Down at HSW?
Yeah, down at Greca. Have you had the Saganaki there?
I have not had the Saganaki.
Oh, my
but the
God.
way you say Saganaki wants me to go down there right now and have a Saganaki.
Do you know how good Saganaki is? Naki? If we got any Greek shareholders out there, let us know. By the way, just quickly.
I think we do have a few Greek shareholders too.
Greca is far superior to Hellenica, just on Greek food.
Agreed.
Just for those that in Brisbane that want to go to Greca, Howard Smith Warbs. Had the Saganaki in a banquet. It's like this cheesy honeycomb fucking buttery goodness.
Jeez, that sounds
It's just
alright.
incredible. You get the pita dips. Oh man, had some Tommy's mugs.
You
had a
booked
bottle of
for that,
wine.
or did you just roll down?
Oh, we booked well in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was packed at the place.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So if I'm looking to take my talents down there, you can't just roll.
I mean, you got to book.
You got to book
for that. But in the new year, yeah.
You do. I forgot. I don't know how we got sidetracked, Saucy, but the whole reason I wanted to talk about Halloumi Olakau'atu.
See, this is what I mean, shareholders.
Halloumi Olakau'atu.
Okay.
I Shout out to Halloumi. Halloumi is effing delicious.
Do you know what would have got you onto the halloumi? Is the Saganaki. Because it's very similar. I'm pretty sure Saganaki is halloumi, but like melted cheese with honeycomb and butter and shit. Oh, halloumi or hamoli?
What's his name? Is it
Hamole Olakau'atu.
Well, from now on, Olakau'atu will be referred to on OFD as Halloumi Olakau'atu.
Oh, that'll actually do me.
Now,
hey, that kid can play too.
yes, but I've got an issue with his contract.
What is it?
8 years for $8 million.
Wow.
Now, sue me, but for no reason should a second rower in the National Rugby League be on $1 million a year.
See, I disagree with that.
Well,
Do you know why?
This is good.
Do you know
Fire
why?
away.
Do you know why? And I copped a bit of hate from one of my boys, one of my best mates.
Piss me off.
700 mil for 10 years to play baseball.
It's completely different.
It is completely different, but our brothers in the
This is
NRL,
a salary cap.
our brothers in the NRL copping, let's say $1 million a year.
Hang on.
$1 million a year, and you got these baseballers with their sticks out there playing wiffle ball, hitting fucking baseballs. These guys are. I know there's salary cap. I know more people watch the game.
No. I'm
in
talking
America. The sponsorship's different, but I'll say this. Fucking oath.
No.
Get your million a season if you're a second rower. If you're anyone, bro.
If I'm the Manly Sea Eagles and I'm a fan of the Warringah Manly Sea Eagles,
Well done.
the boys from the Northern Beaches, I'd be disgusted. You
Why?
should not
Why?
be paying a second. They're not going to win a comp. They are
I don't think they're going to win a comp in the next 5 years.
Well, so
in the
hang
next
on.
8 years, I
And
don't think they're going to win a comp.
So are we talking about? Are we congratulating him personally for being on $1 million? I'm talking about as a team. You want to win a comp. This is a competition.
I mean, he's pretty good.
If they paid a Bronco $1 million a year,
Well, we're paying
if they paid who's our second
Ricky?
rowers, Jordan Ricky, $1 million a year, I'd be pissed off. Because you can't win a comp. A $1 million player should be a halfback, fullback,
5'8".
potentially 5'8".
What do you mean?
Wouldn't be
Yes.
definitely not hooker.
What are you talking about? Cam Smith.
Yeah, but
was on $1
he's
million?
different. He's different.
He was the GOAT, yeah.
Yeah, he was the GOAT.
Well, I
That's
know what
what
you
I-
mean.
that's
I know
how
what you
I'm
mean.
talking.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're
Okay?
thinking as a club, do you want someone
Do I want
that's a
a
second
guy?
rower to be on $1 million a year?
What, he's doing...
Depends who it is. I mean, he's pretty good. He's one of the best second rowers in the game.
Mate, if Manly Seagulls win a comp before the Bronx do, I'm not a Bronx fan anymore because that's an utter disgrace.
Take that back.
They won't. I just know they won't.
Yeah,
'Cause
good.
in
good
2024,
chat. Yeah,
the
good
Brisbane
one.
Broncos
Good rewind.
win.
Good rewind. Real good rewind. This is the man that still wears a 2020 sticker on his car of the Broncos.
The Broncos
year we won the
sticker,
spoon.
yeah.
I mean, this is a diehard who just
This
said
is
that.
an absolute diehard, but you can't pay a second rower $1 million. That pisses me off. It pisses me off for so many different reasons.
Who do you think?
And it pisses me off that you think it's okay.
Well, I just find it crazy that a baseballer is getting $700 million. For
Yeah,
10
that's
years.
because they've got billions of dollars to spend.
Obviously, but
Right, so-
it's just bizarre.
Mate,
I mean,
pisses me off. Another thing that pisses me off is and I'll tell you right now what pisses me off because you've got me wound up at the moment.
just quickly,
Saucy.
I'll ask you this one: who won out of the 10 million 10 years for Taumalolo? The Cowboys or Taumalolo? Taumalolo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Yeah. If history goes and it is
I
anything
would
to go by.
I'd rather pay Taumalolo $1 million a year than Halloumi Olakau'atu $1 million a year.
I mean,
Are you kidding me? Right now?
Olakau'atu is pretty fucking
my
handy, bro.
God. So what does he make? 20 tackles a game?
He scores like no other second rower.
Oh my God, dude.
Look up how many tries he scored.
I know he scores tries, but he's not $1 million.
Have you heard about how he actually signed for Manly?
No.
Pretty sure he used to play basketball.
No.
And he like rocked up to training or something, or someone watched him train, and
He
where
can
he
go
was there.
play
and-
for the Sydney Kings. Go on then. Go play for the Sydney Kings. Because if you come to the Brisbane Broncos on $1 million, I'll tell Dave Donahue, whose source has got his number personally for multiple different reasons, to shove that $1 million
right.
straight up Halloumi's
all right. Sorry if you're listening, Halloumi. Let's move on.
Congratulations on your contract, Halloumi. I'm ecstatic for Halloumi.
I mean, yeah, you're
but
right.
As a Manly fan, I'd be pissed off because that means their whole salary cap's out of whack.
They're
never going to win. They're never going to win.
Who would you be signing?
I'd sign him on 700,000.
Yeah, okay, but who would you be signing for $1 million a year in that team? Turbo?
No.
Jake Trebojevic?
No, I wouldn't sign anyone. Manly Seagulls need to change. They need to start again. They need to start again. Mate, they're old.
They got Luke Brooks.
Once again, what's he on? 600,000. DCE's getting on. I love him. Queensland.
He's on $1 million a year.
Yeah, he's on $1 million a year, and he's a good footy player. Mate, they need young kids working it through. They're not going to win a comp.
Yeah.
Manly Seagulls will not win a comp with Turbo in it. Turbo will never win a comp. Unfortunately, DCE's never going to win a comp. Jake Trbojevic is never going to win a comp. And Halumi Olakawadu will never win a comp.
DCE has won a comp. But anyway,
no,
I like
I'm
this
talking
passion.
moving
Yeah,
forward.
moving forward. I like this passion. You're G'd up there.
I'm
You're
fired
really G'd
up.
up.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas to Manly Seagulls.
Yeah. Saw a fella in a Manly Seagulls jersey today downstairs. So that's a bit of an omen. I think that there's something in that.
Mate, I'll be honest with you. I saw Adam Fanua-Blake sign with the Sharks.
Yeah, what did he
today.
sign for?
It was long term.
What did he sign for, do you know?
I haven't. No, Buzz Rothfield didn't respond to my text.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting back to
I mean,
get the figures.
he was on $1 million at the Warriors, or right up there.
All right, here's another one. I would pay a front rower $1 million before a second rower.
I like where
Say
your head's
that-
at because they're doing more work. Yeah.
So, and this is what I'm saying.
Would he be the first ever second rower to be signed for $1 million a year?
A Payne Haas, what's he on?
Payne's a front rower.
Yeah.
Would
Second
Halloumi?
rower? Yeah, probably actually, Source, probably, and that speaks volumes.
I now see what you're saying.
Thank you.
It's not Halloumi.
Shareholders,
It's not Halloumi. It's any second rower in general, based on their
Second
work
rowers,
rate,
that's the se-
based on what they do in the game. Yeah, you're probably right.
It's like a winger.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you're right.
It's like Josh Addo-Carr.
But I've got to
What's
say,
he on? He's close.
Olukwatu would be up there in top 5 second rowers in the game.
And credit to Halloumi. He can take his money. He can take it to the bank. He's going to take it to Vegas in February or March.
I hope he does.
Hopefully he doesn't lose it all. But wingers, second rowers do. You know what?
All right. Well, let's just segue into that. Did you see Gronk?
I saw Gronk.
Did you see how big his hands are compared to that NRL ball?
Grabbing that NRL
Like,
ball.
I was like, is this a real size footy?
Yeah.
Like, he is a fucking big human
He's a
being.
big- Now, where would you put him on a footy field?
Maybe second row. Maybe someone running some hard
Maybe I'd have
unders.
Gronk running against Halloumi, and then you see who you're going to pay.
I would
the bill
love
to.
to see that.
I think Halloumi would fold Gronk.
I think he would too.
I think he
which is
would.
crazy. I think he would.
I think he would.
Prime Gronk versus Prime Halloumi.
Now that's
Like,
a good.
I would love to see that.
What would you compare Gronk to? Like Halloumi's Halloumi with food.
How tall
What
is-
would Gronk be with a food? Would he be like
A burger. He'd be a burger.
a burger?
Yeah, it'd be Gronk burger.
No, but like an individual piece of food.
A beef patty.
He'd be a beef patty.
Like a big beef, thick beef patty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
time. Like imagine him just flipping burgers too.
Flipping burgers
Like with his brothers, with the
so
Gronkowski
Halloumi
brothers.
versus the versus
burger patty.
The burger patty.
Halloumi wins every day of the week.
It does win, yeah, and melts on them.
Yeah, melts. Cheesily
Melts all
melts.
over them.
Yeah.
Cheese always wins.
Yeah. The cheese always wins. I first of all, I love that the Gronk is getting on board Vegas though.
I love it. And I love that America's getting behind it. There was a lot of advertisement on Fox NFL. That's the American Fox.
On ESPN. Oh, no, what am I
No,
talking
on
about?
Fox.
When I think American sports, I think ESPN.
So it was massive. They
Yeah.
advertised it during the Raiders game last year. It's going to be successful. It just is.
Do you reckon it'll be an once a year thing?
It'll be
or
a
what?
once a year thing. The Yanks are going to love it. Obviously, we've both got family over there, so this is an emotional.
Oh, it means a
moment
lot
for
to us, yeah.
You know,
What I think-
shareholders on this is close to the soul.
What I think
Berkey.
is awesome, Berkey, is it's rugby league football. It's
It
not
is.
rugby union.
Do you know what I love?
Campbell Graham. Did you see that?
What did he say?
He met who did he meet? He met a basketballer over in the NBA before the game, and he signed.
He met Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, JC.
Utah.
He met JC, and he goes, "I'm a rugby player from Australia." Perfect opportunity, Campbell, to say you are a rugby league player.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you knew you played rugby league.
Nice
but
one, Campbell.
You might have played union in schoolboys in Sydney or whatever, but
He might have, actually.
we're playing rugby league football, not rugby union, for a reason over there.
Yeah. Do you know what I love, Sauce? And you kind of touched on it there. Americans, they love and it's kind of catching on in Australia, and I'm not sure if I like it or not, is the NRL getting referred to as the National Rugby League. Like, do you know how in America, the NFL, they love calling it the National Football League?
Yeah.
Like in a lot of promos, and you don't play in the NFL, you play in the National Football League.
And they say that with emphasis.
And they say it like that, and I get it's the National Football League, and it's a big deal. There's a lot of emphasis on not saying it's the NFL.
I like that.
They're now it's turning into it isn't the NRL, it is the National
and
Rugby
the way you say
League.
national.
And when they say league at the end, this is the National Rugby League.
Yeah. Who's our commentator?
National Football League. Hey, let's play some football.
Who's the commentator over there? Do we know? Will he be American or will it be a Fox Sports Australia? It'll
be the Fox Sports crew, and Phil Gould will get his ass over there, and Fatty Vorden.
Oh, Fatty has to go. If we're fair dinkum about it, Fatty needs to be front row and centre as a commentator.
If we're fair dinkum about it, they need to televise it on ESPN and have Fatty Vorden, Ray Warren.
They need Rabbit back and Peter Sterling.
Bring Rabbits back.
And even I'd throw in Matty Johns, just the four of them.
Well, I saw that they were over there too. The Matty Johns show was over there doing a bit of promo work.
Yeah. I seriously would get them out of retirement and I would, if I was Fox Sports, I'd pay them just for just for 2 games.
You have to. And you have to get your all-star cast televising. I don't know if it's going to be simulcast on ESPN. So I've got a feeling Fox Sports in America have won the rights to televise it, because otherwise they wouldn't be advertising it on their NFL games. So that could be breaking news for the shareholders.
It's definitely, you're right. I think you're right. It's definitely Fox
Sports America.
Fox Sports because
they're the ones advertising it. Gronk does all his work on NFL Fox.
And also NFL. It'd be Fox here, obviously, that it'd be on. It won't be. It probably won't be televised on 9, would it?
No, it won't. So that's big in 2024. We'll be back on air by that point, or you're still going to be in Japan?
I get back in Japan about second week of Jan. We'll see what happens. I mean, you could do another show by yourself.
Well, I mean, considering that our live audience is left, hopefully it goes a whole lot better.
The boys want to have a feed, I think. Just quickly, I don't know if I touched on this earlier in the year, but do you know that so over in the NFL, the NFL films all the games and it sells the product to the stations. So here it's the NRL, but Fox Sports and Channel 9 film the games and then they give it out to their people. Do you know how much money the NFL would make from having their own brand and like company and team, like that's their business, like filming it and then selling it to the other networks?
I hope you've got that answer because I'm extremely curious.
So much money. I don't actually know. but they would make a mozza out of doing that. And that's something that I think the NRL is thinking of doing. Like the AFL doesn't do that either.
No, they don't.
And they make all their content and stuff out of filming it themselves.
Well, what's interesting with the AFL is they're playing the home games on the same week that the NRL's going to Vegas in Queensland and New South Wales.
Well, they've got no fucking hope in hell to have a better audience.
So they're trying to crash the 2 biggest states of the National Rugby League.
Yeah, the National Rugby League.
The National Rugby League. They're trying to crash those 2 states while the National Rugby League has a party in Vegas. There's a real code war going on.
Oh, bring it on. I love that word, code war. I love hearing that, code war. Because it's not even a competition, really. In Melbourne, I mean, you dominate, but
I don't want to say it, but AFL's definitely bigger than NRL.
In Australia?
In Australia.
Really?
Yeah, I know that breaks. I'm a realism.
You're a realist.
And that's... I'm a league man through and through, shareholders, but it's facts. You got to call a spade a spade. I know,
this is real serious.
It hurts me saying it.
Yeah.
And I know that brings a tear to your eye, Saucy.
I mean, I'll bury my head in the sand and say I didn't hear it.
Now, do we have we've announced our knob of the year, which he was a tear away with the yellow jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Our legend of the year. Yeah. Because this is big.
It's legend or legends?
Well, I don't know. It's emotional because this has been the segment of all segments. Do you know what I mean? Like, shareholders in 2024, this is like we just got a glimpse, Saucy and I, into how big this segment was.
Yeah, in 2023, you mean?
In 2023. Yeah. So to think where this is going in 2024,
I'm excited. And you know what we have in
we
2024?
might need to post something like we might actually need to send a gift to that person.
Yeah, we could.
You know what I mean?
You tell me.
I think we should because like people come from near and far to want to know. Like it's a pretty special award.
I'm not picking up what you're putting down. What are we posting? What are we doing?
We might post them a bucket hat or a cap.
Who won it?
Well, then ring it ding ding. We've got our legend of the year. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Now, I think it should be this person.
I think it should be a collective.
You think it should be a collective. Before I announce Legend of the Year, because you know I want to keep you all waiting.
Should we just give my special
Legend
mention?
of the Week is Gary Lyon.
Yeah, okay.
Gary Lyon. The GOAT.
500, Mr. 500.
500. Now, I've got a real issue with that umpire.
Yeah, not giving it out straight
Knowing
away.
full well that was Gary's 500th.
Yep.
Did not give him the opportunity
To celebrate.
to celebrate the hell out of taking 500 wickets. Now, if you are that umpire and you know Nathan Gary Lyon is 1 wicket away from 500
From immortality.
and he flicks that wrist out of the hand like he's done 499 other times
Prior.
and bowls an absolute peach.
Yeah, it was a diamond.
That is rocketing on the middle stump.
Mm-hmm.
You grab your right hand, you get your pinky finger, and you lift that fucking thing up point it to the sky and say, "Hallelujah, Gary, you've just got 500 wickets."
The pinky finger.
Is that a pinky?
It's your index finger.
That's
you
your
fucking
index.
muppet.
Lift your index up. Lift. What's your pointing?
Your pointy is your index.
Well, it's the same thing. Lift it up.
This is your pinky.
No, I said pointing. I said pointing.
You said your pinky.
Oh, pinky, pointy. Lift them both up. Mate, if you lift them both
Cowabunga, dude. Lift a finger for Gary. That's all we're saying.
just
Give him
put
out.
a finger up.
You shouldn't have had to even lift a finger. It's almost
No.
like yeah, you know.
It should have just gone
Yeah.
up.
It should have been one of these ones. You just nod. Yeah, they kind of walk off knowing that it's
Rock
just a plump.
on.
Like it was a plump.
Rock on, Gary.
Yeah.
It was plumb.
Yeah,
It should have gone up, and then the whole nation.
new.
Sauce was on the edge of his seat at Greca,
Yeah.
almost shitting himself with anticipation because he
From
was
Saganaki.
waiting on his
Saganaki.
Saganaki to come out. And we all sat there, and then when it got given out, Gary didn't even really give a shit.
He didn't. He knew though. Internally, that ain't Gary's style though. I
Because
think.
he's so goddamn humble because
Yeah.
he used to whippersnip like Green Star.
Yeah, mate. He's whippersnipped his hair off. Fucking. You see the
Has
photo
he?
of him from 2011?
Yeah. So that, all props to Gary. And
Yeah.
Gary's got a few more left in him. Which
How old's Gary?
He's getting on, Saucies.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have him in our life.
Yeah, I think we've
He's
all been
that
really
old,
lucky.
mate. He's so old. But that
Still got it, though.
That umpire should be absolutely appalled.
Yeah.
With himself.
Yeah.
Now, to our legend of the week or legends of the week, we finally got an Mate, you should see this, shareholders. The audience are pouring in for legend of the week.
Legend of the week or year?
I mean, legend of the year. Legend of the year. So, Sauce, do you want to just say it? Just wink at me with who you're thinking. Oh, yeah.
Did that give it
guys.
away? The shareholders.
Oh!
It's the shareholders. Legends of the year goes to all the shareholders for listening in and giving us reason to do this because there's quite a few of you for some reason. You've stuck around. You're listening.
That Sauce, the way you delivered that,
Thanks, mate. It was kind of like Gary.
it was.
I mean, when we get to 500, We'll be remembering the shareholders.
We will be remembering. And shareholders, every one of you out there, when you listen to this, tap yourself on the ass or the back or anywhere.
Anywhere you like.
Tap yourself what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Because you should feel good, because without you, Saucy and I, there was a lot of haters out there that said we couldn't do it.
Here we are, number 29, baby.
And we said, you know what? Watch the shareholders back us to the hills.
Now, shareholders, we got to say, we might be back next week. We might not.
No, we won't. We won't.
Straight away.
Nah.
We won't be back next week. We're going on holidays.
Day.
We're dressed up. Santa's got to go to the North Pole. We got to deliver some presents. We got to have some time off. We will be back in 2024.
2024, we'll be back. And shareholders, play your cards right, and you might be having a beer with Saucy and I.
We'll be organising something for sure in 2024, though. I think
in 2024, there'll be a shareholder AGM.
Yeah.
That'll happen at the Caxton Hotel.
The only place to be.
Which is the living, breathing
entity
of this goddamn state, city, and podcast. And fucking just be there.
Just be there. We'll announce it. We'll let you know.
Get a goddamn corduroy cap.
Yeah.
Or a terry towel bucket hat.
Prior to the show, I didn't know you. So Berkey and I have just been off cuff selling them face to face, or people have been sliding your DMs. If you haven't already got one, I literally just looked in the box before that we keep up here. There are 5 left of each from 100.
Bullshit. There's 5 left.
Yeah.
They are the fastest selling hat I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I've seen some goddamn selling hats in my time, and I've never seen them sell faster than this.
I mean, you hit us up and you got yourself a cap.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Mate, actually, I've just looked and there's 4.
Yeah.
We've just had one sell. As we're talking right now, they're selling that fast. So, shareholders, ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You filthy animals.
You sexy things. You're all so goddamn sexy, and I love one another. Yeah, I love you too, Saucy.
You're really happy today, Bert.
I'm so stoked to be here.
Yeah, good on you, mate. So next year, though, we got plenty of things coming.
Oh, the biggest.
Yeah, and
the biggest.
We ain't going anywhere in the Broncos.
Broncos will win the flag in 2024. Lions will win the flag in 2024. Any other predictions?
The Brisbane Roar.
Oh, the goddamn Brisbane Roar.
The men in orange.
And to top it off,
the BBL.
Queensland Maroons are going to win.
Oh, that's a gimme. That's a gimme, baby. All right, signing off the
Merry
OFD
Christmas,
potty for 2023. Thank you.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's been a pleasure.
It ain't, mate. Sauce, it's been nice.
Where's the Queensland spirit now?
Felt that. And that song will be back in 2024 too.
Doesn't it just make you happy?
It makes me toey saucy.
Merry Christmas.